Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying what you are hearing. Now, on to today's story. When they wish you well. Advice. How do you call this tactic when the cheater tries to legitimize his affair, calls it love and tells you during/after the divorce that he hopes you will find your happiness too, and neglect anger/hate? As if nothing has happened and it is in fact that you are disturbing him. It is mega manipulation, but how do you call it? He keeps saying he hopes I thrive. It's such a creepy, bizarre disconnect from what he did. He never once took responsibility or said he was sorry. He refers to it as a mistake and it happens. I think it's part of the compartmentalization of what they've done. They've put it into the oopsie box, so they don't have to face the reality of their damage and own their hideousness. Then they get to shut down your legitimate emotional response because it's no big deal to them and they've wished you well. As if it's just a misunderstanding. The way they're so casually cold about it is really unsettling. In my case it was not oopsie, it is I fell in love and I wish you the same and I hold myself from reacting. My case was similar. He treated it as a misunderstanding and walked away from our 16-year marriage. Like he was meant to be with that other guy's wife and I was in the way of their real love. He also told me I'd never find anyone as good as him. It's seriously bizarre but very typical for narcissists. They minimize what they've done and never take responsibility. And they cut you out of their life like it's nothing. Because to them, you are nothing once they've found their new shiny. This right here. The missing piece to understanding for me was realizing that I simply did not matter anymore, and became as disposable as a booger rag. Which means I always was disposable on some level, and was nothing more than a waypoint in her quest for the ultimate penis. That, ostensibly, changed when the new shiny ghosted her after a few weeks. I still didn't know about him, and back she comes talking about how she knows what she wants now. FFW a few more months, and the years-long history of window shopping for my replacement and going on test drives of other dongs came out. Her words belied her actions at every step after that, and I couldn't even stand to look at her anymore. Now she's living in her parents' basement, at 40 years old, and keeps trying to ping me every few months like nothing ever happened. Nah. Bye, Felicia. Good for you. We'll always be best friends and I'll always be there for you. No thanks. With such friends who needs enemies, true. Sorry for your pain, Hibiscus, it's all good now. I just view the whole relationship as a failed social science experience. Nice way of putting it, but still painful. I'm past the pain and anger, dark humor is all I have left. Then on the right track, lucky you. They try to make it legitimate by saying it was such an enlightening experience, just fell in love, powerless blah blah, just had to cheat, it was destiny that it brought them to a new level and they graciously hope you reach that higher new level too. It's just a lot of BS to make them seem less shitty. I will try to find the official term for it. This is heartless but common in situations like yours. Everything they are saying may be genuine. But it really doesn't matter. What is most important is your health, healing, and moving forward with your life. Being cheated on is a terrible feeling, and even worse when the cheater seems to be happy, and we are having to face the betrayal alone. My advice is try to work on your own healing the best you can. Maybe professional therapy could be really helpful. But please take care of yourself. Don't let this person eat you up inside. Take care. Thanks, wishing you too. Great of you. I am caring for me but need to sadly co-parent with him. Every argument about admin issues proceeds to him pointing at my pain and telling me to get over it and find happiness. I won't give him the satisfaction of forgetting his terrible actions, even when I am better. My first love cheated on me for months and I never even suspected and felt stupid, dumb and upset for years. So, I totally understand your anger and I'm sorry you have to co-parent with this person, but I'm sure you know the best revenge isn't not forgetting. The best revenge is showing that you're happier and better in every way without him. This is what I wish for you so much. Same for you, thank you, tulip, heart, you indeed have a big red heart, winking face, you ignore it and any other future non-kid or D-related conversation. Pissed my ex off a bit. When I started to ignore her, cut her off and texts after the divorce and only responded to emails that I had reason to. Phew, it's a guilt-reducing hope on their part. Good strategy. Way to go for this expression of strength. I won't lie, I did get some pleasure from her being upset that I was ignoring her. She really expected to remain friends. I still did yesterday when I saw it when I was digging back through looking for something she said 10 years ago. Oh man. Ignoring them really does a number on them. I'm doing the same to my wife, mostly to cut my emotional ties to her. She came at me saying I am not treating her like someone I was with for 8 years and once loved. What? You jumping on some other guy and completely breaking me as a person is what then? The sheer selfishness of these people is astounding. I'm glad you get to have a bit of pleasure out of this though, smiley face, mine said the same thing. I wish you well. Like apparently not, since you put my emotional and sexual health at risk. Was he expecting a thank you? Sorry for your loss. This happened to me. I found out about the cheating, then I wanted to work it out. We spent New Year's together and started a new tradition that I thought we would enjoy for years to come. We wrote notes for each other and then burned them so that they would come true in the new year. We each saved one note for later that we would open on our days. Then, after I moved, due to work, almost 2 months after crying, hugging and saying see you later in the airport, she ended it. I read the note, and it said I wish you to be happy in all aspects of life with or without me, I want that for you. I just keep thinking to myself that I was happy with you. I always wanted to be happy with you. You cheated and I am here trying to get through it, and this is what she writes. It's a total mind duck. I really don't know how I am going to get over this. You will with the help of the group. You need to find a chat buddy here, even from your region. You need support from family, friends and therapy. Life does not make sense, I know. We all feel you. I am facing a similar situation with my wife. This person she has known for about 4 months is apparently providing the kind of love she has been looking for her entire life. She also said she wishes me nothing but happiness. Like, hello. You are taking everything that once provided me with happiness. My wife and my kids. The coldness in which they do it is frightening. We still have to live together for a bit, and she calls the guy in front of me having full-on lovey-dovey conversations. Like she has no empathy for my feelings at all. For 8 years I was her only one, and in a matter of weeks she not only replaced me, but keeps turning the knife in my back every day. These type of people are seriously broken. Being able to inflict that much pain to someone you married, promised to never betray, that takes a whole different level of brokenness, emptiness and just plain old ducked upness. It hurts like hell, I know. But at least take on positive, they are showing their true colors, and I hope you can see that no one that can hurt you that much will ever be able to heal you. Or ever deserve you for that matter. Cut them from your life and start to love yourself and surround yourself with people that love and care for you. You can grow from this while they have to deal with their self-destruction. I wish you all the best. You cannot cut them from your life when co-parenting, but surely can minimize their effect. Great story about inner strength. Keep on stepping in this healthy path and be proud of your loving heart. I wouldn't call it mega manipulation. More like a narcissistic defense. Perhaps, but I think who are they to legitimize their actions in front of us, the betrayed? If you have literature about it, do share. They do it so that they don't feel like the bad guy. If they wish the best for you and that you find love like they did, how can they possibly be the one in the wrong? /S true. I am looking for the official term if it exists. I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of it myself. Some kind of self-absolution, but that's not quite right either. When my SDBXH tried that line on me when he first told me, I called him on it immediately. I said, no you don't, if you did you would have wanted to be the one to make me happy. He tried the same reasoning with the fact that he found himself much more romantic with his AP giving me the I want you to find someone who treats you the way you should be treated. I know I was a shitty husband. That's crap, you just don't want to do it. Don't make it sound like you're doing me a favor and releasing me from the burden of being married to you. If you really wanted that for me, you would have provided it. Or just divorce properly without cheating. Absolutely, be upfront, have the hard conversation first. Tell me all that, before entering into a relationship with someone else. Don't try and use it as justification later. It felt like something he was using to convince himself what he had done wasn't that wrong because he was doing me a favor. Nah buddy, you ducked up. Indeed. Stay strong dear, and better times ahead, hibiscus. It's to make themselves feel better. Much like the ones that say they never deserved you or you deserve better. Maybe true, but they are simply saying these things to make themselves look and feel like better people than they actually are. Best reaction to that is just ignore them and continue to go no contact. And if in the future they come crawling back because, shocker, the person they cheated with cheated on them, reject them and ignore them some more. Stuff like this is mostly to get a reaction of some kind, so don't give them the satisfaction. My ex said, I will always love you and the kids. You and the kids deserve better. If I figure out what I want and it's too late, then I will carry that for the rest of my life. My STBXH said exactly the same thing. It's so stupid. They are sparkling turds. This was the second time my ex told me this. Yeah, he left again because he was confused. He told me that he may contact his AP, he said he had a connection with the AP. But I guess that connection wasn't that strong because he continued to be flirty and wanting to have sex with me. Guess it's AP's turn to deal with his lies. Uck, I'm so sorry. It's so selfish and unfair to you. You are right. Let his app deal with it. You deserve better. Geez, what a manipulator. I am sorry he broke your heart. It has been difficult because I don't like to see him as a manipulator. He's a completely different person since he started cheating. Tell him, yes, no doubt you will do better than him, but he cannot do better than you. Then walk away and wash your hands of him. Cannot wash hands, sadly, when co-parenting is required. Love the strong statement though. Then grey rock him. That will rattle him when he can't get a rise out of you. I think he is genuine in feeling he has found love and he wants you to be happy. The question is, how could he come to believe things that are not true, especially the implied part that he thinks you will somehow be happy and think good thoughts about him after he stabbed you in the back? I don't know what the correct term is either, but I believe the underlying behavior is the feeling if you are happy then what he did was not so bad and is kind of a forgiveness for him, a reason for him not to feel guilty. I don't know your ex or soon to be ex, but I am guessing that at some point in your relationship, from meeting him until now, there was a time when he had regular, normal feelings, and he would feel guilty when he did things to hurt other people. I believe in many of these situations, I think about 20% of the time the cheaters are on the sliding scale of sociopathy, and maybe 5% or less psychopathy, that 25% never were right in the head to begin with, but the remainder 75% had normal regular feelings and, deep down, still do. The cheater does feel some guilt deep down, and this is a way for them to alleviate. I am going to emphasize that I believe most cheaters are not deep thinkers, not self-aware, compulsive, and operate almost entire out of feelings and hardly ever out of logic. But intuitively, they feel if you are happy, they are forgiven, and they are no longer bad. Read Chump Lady, look it up. And Gray rock him, explain a bit more. Chump Lady has a website. And she wrote a book called Lose a Cheater Again a Life. Gary rocking is when you don't engage or react. You can look it up and it will explain how you do it. I hope this helps. Edit spelling so wonderful of you. Thanks, Hibiscus. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Have an awesome day or night, wherever you are.